Даже вопросы не успел открыть.
Так, ну, я тогда запускаю таймер 1 минуту, наверное, уже. Да?
И они анонсировали 3 минуты. Задержимся на пару минут
Сколько?
буквально.
3 ставлю?
Да, 3. 3.
Так, хоп. Что? 3, окей. Все, микрофон я пока вырублю.
Hello everyone, I am Dmitry Gerasimov, CEO of Self-Frame Network, and that's our regular Thursday stream. And let's start. First, let's begin from our development news, and there nothing special this week because we were working more with bug fixes, patches, and etc. What I want to say most important from our development. We have almost ready a self-frame dashboard. It's really moved forward with self-frame node. So until self-frame node is patching and bug fixing, we are moving forward with self-frame dashboard and building more and more API related with AR VR. That's about Cellverse, our version of Metaverse. This will start from simple usage AR API. It could be used for GameFi and something like this. Also, we are bringing it up dedicated extension repository. It will be spread between all the self-frame nodes, and it will hold only verified extensions from verified by a lot of different people. What does it mean? Imagine that some new release, some new plugin extension rolled out, and there are sometimes troubles that such binary blobs became infected with malware. To exclude malware, we'll do cross checks of every extension when every node, every master node, try to compile it, check binary, and compare it with checksum of other builds. And here we could form consensus and prove that this release is not infected, is what we have to produce from source code. With this system of verification, we want to exclude, as I told before, malware and other such troubles, and start to show our ecosystem. It's not only Metaverse, it's also about other plugins. It will hold not only extensions for dashboard, it will be also about plugins for self-frame node. And maybe, if you know, our plugin system is basement for truly dedicated applications. Here we want to show you our usage purposes, why you should select self-frame as platform for your dedicated applications. And by the way, it's not only about depths, it's also about second layer protocols. Soon we'll announce a new collaboration with some projects that decided to use our SDK for second layer, and it will be amazing. As I told before, it will be shortest part about development. With self-frame node, it's still patching, and that's expected because we have to release mainnet soon. We cannot add any features in node right now. It's fixed its state. So we are patching. I believe next week will be a big update of the software, and we start to make airdrops in testnet too. So subzero became active. Also, on the next week, we are planning to release Explorer, self-frame Explorer. It will show first a few networks, including our parching candidates. At least in testnet, we could already add them. I am talking about KLVPN. And maybe a few others. Okay, that's about development. And I believe most of you who are looking on our stream, they are waiting for something else, for marketing news, And we have one important big marketing news that I will tell you. But first, I want to answer on one question about our marketing strategy, because you ask us a lot of time about this. I think I need to talk a little. As regards our marketing strategy, we want to focus on the educational direction, among other things. We have started to write articles for a large audience about different aspects of self-frame. We are negative with education platforms about joint projects. We believe that the simplicity and clarity as far as possible in our field may attract new investors and users to the self-frames project. Anyway, this should bring first developers. Developers. As I mentioned before, we want to run hackathons and attract more people in our ecosystem. And I want to tell you about our most important news. Maybe you have seen that we have withdrawn some funds from marketing wallet, and I have seen that a lot of people asking about for what we did this and why we did buyback, and now I can open cards. It was for Gate IO listing, and it's already announced. Maybe I don't remember we have published it or not. I think we'll do it after the stream. So at December 12th, it will be ready for trading on Gate IO. So that's our most important news for today. That's our first year sex, and I believe it changed the game a lot. Okay, that was our news blog. Now let's go to your questions. About your questions, no, not so much for today, but I'll try. Oh, don't mind. As usual, tired a little. Okay, Ram Reggio asking how much time taken to the self-frame is the first quantum resistant blockchain, because it takes more time. The other third generation blockchains may be upgraded to quantum resistance. It depends from the project, because some of them are not so flexible to integrate new wallet type. But most of them, I think, could implement this new signatures. Where is the problem? Imagine you have already your blockchain without quantum resistance. There are holders with their wallets, and they already have wallets with ECDSA classical signatures. By the way, IBM promised to break them, to break 95% of cryptography. They were talking about classical cryptography, not post-quantum, at 2023, as far as I remember. So we are really near to quantum apocalypse, I believe it, and IBM as well. So we have no so much time for this, but imagine how many people already create their wallets, store their funds on these wallets, and maybe forget about them, or maybe they are not tracking news. Maybe they decided to play for a long time, and they hodl for years too. I know such people that purchase some cryptocurrency and trying to not to touch it for a few years. This is very good strategy, but if we'll have quantum apocalypse, all these long-term holders will be robbed. So that's a problem, and that's really different problem from all other IT industry, because, for example, we have networking protocols. Yes, it's easy to upgrade them. If we'll have blockchain, we can't replace already some transactions closed with classical cryptography. Ever we'll add new wallets, we need to get all users recreate these wallets. Generally, it's impossible. So blockchain need to be quantum proof at the beginning. That's the most important requirement, or at least they should start right now. But as you know, first Satoshi Nakamoto funds will be stolen, and only after this, all classical blockchains start to implement it, I believe. I think I have answered. Next question from Bernabesh. I hope it was right pronouncement. Sorry if no. Does Selframe have or plans any implementation of zero knowledge proof? Yes. Are private transactions possible? Also yes, if you run Selframe node and look on the list of possible encryptions, you could see ring CT20. That's ring signature with zero knowledge. By the way, our default encryption, I'm talking about crystal dilithium encryption, that's also zero knowledge signature. Just we use it without this feature. We don't recreate this key. For private transaction, for mixing them, we need ring signature. And we have two possible variants. I think we'll implement them both. About second layer over this, I'm talking about ZK snarks. It's still in discussion how they will look like. I think we'll roll out these updates maybe January or February, I don't know. It depends from our cryptography department. Their work sometimes hard to predict because it's about security. We need to check, recheck again. Anyway, we keep in mind this moment about their acknowledged proofs and private transactions, or maybe better to say anonymous transactions. Okay, the next question from Josk. Can I build dApps on subzero now? Yes, you can. By the way, if you want to start to develop your dApps, you can create your own parachain on your own computer, or maybe bring few instances in some cloud servers, up to you, and configure your private network and test your dApps inside your private network. About subzero, it's also possible, but you need to wait a little while when we'll do some airdrops, because right now there is no any geyser or any source of test tokens. But we also building this, as everyone has such site. Anyway, you could start to build these dApps, download Python self-frame SDK, read some docs that we have already, read our wiki, and start. If any questions, feel free to ask them in self-frame development community. Our developers are always in this chat group and happy to help you. That's all on this question. The next question from Hairulaha. What functions products that we can utilize right after the mainnet launch? VSL, we're here. Yes, we're here. And I don't know from what to start. If we're talking about products, I think it will be about our first part chain VPN, but it's more about Kel VPN. We also will have DEX, dedicated exchange. If you track updates and development branch of self-frame dashboard, you could see that it's one of important direction of development. I mean DEX interface. So after mainnet launch, some projects, I believe, decide to issue token on our core network, and core network will act like a token hub, and DEX will work based on this. So that's primary function of core network or core product. I don't know. About functions at all, a lot of them. It's here we return about to my talks about self-frame dashboard plugins, self-frame node extension, and etc. Okay, the next question from Joisk again. Is there any hackathons on self-frame now? We are preparing them. One of these hackathons will be here locally in Novosibirsk, another will be dedicated, network-based, international, or how to say it. So some patience and you will see it. You could start to study our SDK, to read our wiki, to prepare to these hackathons. Keep in mind we have sell grants, so it will be not for free. We'll grant all the winners with some funds, so better to prepare. The next question from Joachim _NL. Do you think I will be able to run a cell node on my LA-box? What is an LA-box? And how would the user journey be? Here is the specs. Then the specs of good enough. Don't worry. Ever on Raspberry Pi, you could run our self-frame node. By the way, not far away. Not long time ago, or were issued article about our green strategy, and that we could run self-frame node on any hardware. Only requirement that you need to stake some tokens. It's about 10,000 cells you need to run your node. Or you could borrow this stake from other stakeholders and pay some fee for this stake. Generally, you need only to provide some service. For on the beginning, this will be a little limited because we have only VPN and it's not on based on our core chain. It's part chain, and what the service will be primary for core network. I think it will be just transaction processing, maybe something else. Right now we are developing some new services, dedicated services. One of them will be based on bridge with Ethereum and BSC, and it will be liquidity providing. But for this, generally, you don't need some powerful computer, and we'll think how it will look like. Maybe it will be dedicated storage. I don't know. We're working in this direction. We're working in few directions same time. We have teams that working on streaming platform, on dedicated storage, on CDN. It's also important direction, and also I hope on you. I'm talking about third-party developers that will run depths on Python, and with such computer you could run these depths, and it should be enough to grant you master node status. I believe I have answered it. Okay, the next question is from Wizard of Old. Would the frame push for adoption in the metaverse world, as it seems that's the new trend? Yes, and I told about this before, that we move into the adoption in this metaverse. How it will looks like? It will be on first stage. It will be part of our super application. It will be tabs in self-frame dashboard with metaverse applications. First, it could be what it could be. It could be some game like, for example, Pokemon Go. It could be some space for discussion and communication. Also, I'm thinking about some AR sport games like AR badminton, office badminton in AR, and some collaboration space. But for this, we'll need more VR than AR. For my opinion, AR is not something for serious part of metaverse. It's for entertainment, more for entertainment. Um, Something different will require VR garniture, and we're also looking in this direction, thinking about to integrate self-frame dashboard, maybe with Oculus Quest or something like this. Yes, I believe metaverse has a bright future, so we need to move in this direction. Okay, the next question from GK Crypt. To create self-frame wallet, we need to install self-frame dashboard. Right, wallet is part of dashboard. Maybe will be standalone wallet that does not anything except wallet, but I don't like this because it should be super application. I like the way that have selected by, for example, Ledger Live or Trezor. They're trying to or 1 inch such wallets with how to say it. Okay, you understand me. Sorry. Okay. The next question. Can I stake my cell coins from the day one of self-frame mainnet launch, or I just take some time after mainnet launch? No, it will be before mainnet launch. Self-frame auction updates, I know we delayed a lot. Right now, we believe that we'll run updates at Monday or Tuesday on the next week for sure, and you could use your LP. By the way, I haven't understand. You have sell coins from the day one, just sell coins. If Or you are talking about LP tokens with cells, because it differs different. If you just hold in your cells for a long times, it doesn't give you any additional bonus. You need to stake it with Ethereum or with BNB or on Uniswap or Pancake and hold your LP tokens to have additional bonus on auction, on sell slot auction. So if you have staked your cells with Ethereum from day one, that's good. You will have extra big bonus. If you're talking about just about cells, better to stake them with something, with Ethereum, with USDT, with BNB, or with BUSD. Up to you. Okay, let's ask. Let's answer on some unanswered questions. From Robin Lesson, what kind of partnership strategy do you have? Basics for collaboration. First, using the Cellframe SDK as a foundation of your blockchain. Second, participating in Cellframe slot auctions and integrating into the Cellframe network ecosystem. Third, using DEP SDK framework with non-blockchain libraries also used in Cellframe. Here is um, here it could be collaboration out from blockchain, but still using blockchain services like cloud services or Fox services. So it could be non-blockchain project, but that optionally could use the services because of compatible protocols. Long story. Maybe I will talk about this next stream. All right, article. Don't know. And fourth, using post-quantum cryptography. It's part of DEP SDK usage. Fifth, general interconnection agreement, mutual mapping of tokens between network, wrapping of your services into self-frame services or vice versa of self-frame services into your system. Sorry. It's just exchange of advantages between ecosystem, between platforms, and maybe most common used variant for collaboration. Okay, the next question is from Simon too. How many developers working on the project? I saw in your Twitter account you like nature photography. It's your hobby, mine too. Yes, it's my hobby. I love nature photography. I love to shoot birds, and especially maybe you have noticed it. I love chipmunks a lot, really, but not only them. Right now it's winter, so and unfortunately I have no much time to make some fresh shots. I hope maybe next weekend or after I will go to at Wild and find some maybe owls or something like this, eagles, who knows. I wanted to make photo of polar owl. I have seen it twice time in my life only. How many developers? Last time when we counted all our team, including not only developers, including managers and etc., it was about 40 members. Developers, it's about 20 or 25. I don't know. We hire a lot of lots. It's often it's I it happens almost every few days. So I still don't know exact. Oh, okay. I see. Yes. One moment. How many? Yes. Yes. Like I have said, 40 people. Uh, about 20 developers. Uh, Also, we have test department, sysadmins, DevOps, and other employers. And we are growing. We are growing fast. It's unstoppable process. And the last questions from this list from Samuvazi. Hi Dmitry, congrats to Selframe in general. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Trying. Is it possible to be ambassador in language country that was not listed in the application form? Thanks. Connect with our promo team and we can discuss it. Why not? Uh, mm, right to debate for okay, yes. Now let's see for some questions in our chat. You wrote a lot of them and I need to track. 1 second. Okay, news listing. Great. What happened? Sell and confirm. Why my cell BIP20 is not shown in auction after connecting my wallet? Thanks. Because we still haven't over connection with BSC network. Wait for the next week. We'll have interconnection between BSC and Ethereum. They will work together. And when we'll announce about updates, you could use your BIP20 tokens. When exchange listing 12th December, as I remember, 4 a.m. or something like this. Okay. About LP I told. About mainnet, we are working on mainnet. All our development, most of our development efforts were focused on mainnet. Just how to told about it a lot. I could say we are working on bug fixing. Okay, we're working on this, and that's all. And we were working previous week before this week, and etc. And self-rate dashboard just moved forward a lot, and I cannot say front-enders to work with backend. Sorry, it's different kinds of developer. So I still have developers that need to work something, and they develop something like metaverse. Why not? Key. Minimum specs for running node. Yes, we almost have no requirements. Hey Dmitry, Ethereum is having trouble with ATH 2.0. They in theory integrate on self-frame and solve their scalability, security, and decentralization issues. Cannot say, better to ask Vitalik about this. The background and the video quality looks awesome. Keep up with the good work. Yes, that's our new video team. Thank you, our new video team. Good work. It is good to have exposure, yeah, but my net's on, yeah, again about my net. Okay, one moment. Need more marketing. I think it's really strange to see what else you need. Raw Hashoshi video a few days ago. I think always will be people that need more marketing. Believe me, we'll try now. We are doing all that we can do right now. Remember that we have still limited team. We cannot take just $1 million and throw it on marketing and has such good effect. So we withdraw such amounts that we could process. Do you have any plans on updating your website? Yes, we have long list of updates that we propose for our site. A lot of the updates requires soon will be a news column and some more pages on our site. Some new pages. Please ensure self-frame mining system and decentralization. We have no money at all. We decided to throw out proof of work at all. We have only proof of stake consensuses right now. Do you have update on the penetration test for mainnet? It will be after a week or so. You promised to show us devs and office. Here is an issue because most of our devs are living in different cities or ever in different countries. And here in office we have here management, QA, sysadmins, DevOps, and mostly all. So yes, we'll show this. We'll have you some tour through our office. But for developers, I think we'll need to have some common call in Zoom. Okay. Okay, when list big exchanges? Looks like people haven't noticed haven't noticed this announce of Gate.io. It's big exchange. By the way, we continue to work with other big first tier exchanges, and I cannot say when, but you see, we are working on this. We have some results. Okay. I think I have answered on all your questions. It was really a good question. Thank you for your support. We are Cell. We are here.